Hello, hi YouTubers. This is my first video. My name is Katrina Harrell, Sister Katrina. I got some amazing things to share with you guys, but I wanted to give my testimony today. God wanted me to come on and give one of my testimonies because I have many, but I wanted to share one of my testimonies with you guys today. My name is Katrina. I already said that. I grew up in Washington, D.C. I'm a mother of 11. I have 11 children, beautiful children, 7 girls and 4 boys. My grandmother raised me from 2 to 12, and then my mom, she got me from 12 to 14. 15 years old, I was out on my own. I thought I was grown, y'all, trying to do everything that I wanted to do, being grown, grew up too fast, and you know that can get you in a lot of trouble. But I was out there selling drugs. I had my daughter. I had to give her to my grandmother because where I was staying there with my cousin and I couldn't take care of her, and I was still a child myself. So, you know, I had to give my daughter to my grandmother that raised me, which was one of the best things I could have ever done. My grandmother name is Pauline Curry. I love her so much, y'all. She showed me so much, so much. But I just wanted to tell y'all a little bit. I didn't get to really get to learn how to love myself. I was sleeping with people early, and I was sexually molested at 7 from a female family member. I don't want to say their name, but they know who they are. And I forgave them, y'all. I had to. But that was the first thing that happened to me. And after that, I was 12 years old. I remember my virginity being taken. I got my virginity taken at 12 from a 16-year-old. Just doing a lot of things fast. My mom and them used to drink in the house. I used to call our house the party house. And you know, we used to be in there all the time, but we seen a lot of things that probably children shouldn't have seen. Just growing up too fast. But I don't blame my mother for nothing because I love my mother. Like, she's awesome, y'all. She's funny. And then you gotta think they went through stuff too, you know. So I try not to judge or anything like that, you know, with them. It took a lot because I was angry growing up, but let me keep moving a little bit. So we're gonna move up a little bit till me being 15 and having to give my daughter to my grandmother. So I started hustling. The first drug that I sold, I was selling oh Lord, what is it, y'all? PCP. It was PCP. I was selling PCP. I had got introduced to that, and that didn't work out. So after that, I started selling crack cocaine. I got locked up. My grandmother had to come get me down at the court when I was in juvie. I remember getting locked up on my daughter's birthday, y'all. I had just bought her these earrings, and they were so pretty. And as soon as I left there, I was hustling up there on 13th and Park Road, up 14th and Northwest. And I ended up getting locked up. And who comes? My grandmother, always to my rescue. And after that, my grandmother let me stay with her for a little while, but I was being so hard-headed, I didn't want to listen. So she ended up keeping Patria, and I had to find my way pretty much. I went through a lot. I was sleeping with a lot of the neighborhood boys. I never sold my body. I was making money. So I think I was just looking for love in the wrong places. I was definitely looking for love in the wrong places. And I ended up having 6 different baby fathers. But I got some wonderful kids, y'all. I got me one lawyer, and I got me a real estate. My twin girls, Makia and Nikita. And then all the kids, like, even if they didn't finish college, most of them finished school, maybe except one. And then I still got the younger ones still in school. And I'm still raising my last 2. My daughter Sabria, she's 9 going on 10. And my son Lonell, he's 13 going on 14. That's my prayer warrior, y'all. So, but let me stay on the topic. Because I'll be off a little bit. I'm just so excited today, y'all. This is my first time doing a video. So, speeding up a little bit. After that, I ended up leaving from uptown when I was around all my family and stuff and going through what I went through. Different baby fathers, different relationships. I ended up meeting this young man named Michael Weaver. And I met him, and I was pregnant at the time. So when I got with him, we ended up getting real, real close. And I ended up getting an abortion and stuff. And we tried to make it work. But then it didn't. We ended up breaking up and stuff. And I think he ended up catching a gun charge or something. And we ended up marrying each other. We married him, but it wasn't for, like, I love you and I want to marry you. I married him to help him stay here. honestly. And me doing that, I didn't know how sacred marriage was and what it really meant, you know. But after I found out later on in life what marriage meant, you know, and even though it only lasts for like 5 years, y'all, because we wasn't really equally yoked. So I knew that probably wasn't gonna work right anyway, because that wasn't who God really probably wanted me to be with. You know, when we out there living in the world, you know, we get out there and we think we know everything, and we meet people and we go by with their looks. And back then I was infatuated with the money and the lifestyle of hustling, and he was like a father figure, and you just couldn't tell me I wasn't in love. But once I found out that he really truly wasn't the one for me, and you know, I really had to go through a lot, like a whole lot. I mean, my husband was abusing me physically. I used to steal from him. Don't ask me why I was doing that, but he was going out cheating a lot. So I would take me and the kids shopping. I would take his money and stuff, and he would come home and fight me. It was just bad. And I know that was wrong, y'all. I had to apologize to him for all that stuff too, which I did. But just going through life, period, like through life changes and going through so much stuff, like me being molested um, at that early age and being raped like around 15, you know, messing with grown men and getting jumped. I mean, I done went to jail. My kids was taken. I lost my house, almost lost my mind, you know. And when I started, I believe the last time when I got jumped, oh Lord, y'all, how long ago? It's probably been about almost 15 years ago. Best butt whooping could have ever happened to me, because guess what? I got my children back after that. That had to happen. And if it didn't happen, you know, I wouldn't have got to really know Jesus the way I know Jesus now. Y'all, I done stumbled and backslided. I don't know how many times. But I'm glad, sorry y'all, I'm so glad that we have a merciful God that will forgive us, you know, through anything. But it was hard. Still hard. I'm 47 now, and I thought walking with Christ would probably be the easiest thing, but it wasn't. Kept going to church, falling out of church. And then there was a lot of doubt in the church, like a lot of church hurt, you know, gossiping. And I know y'all might say that's everywhere, but for a new Christian just coming in, they call me a babe, considered a babe coming in. You don't want to see those things, because when you thinking you going straight into church, like everything about to be okay. That's how I was, y'all. Like I was just so happy on fire, like for God. Like I want to change, y'all, but I got to see it was a little different, but everybody still, it was a lot of people in it that was very loving too, that I got attached to, you know. But God had called me out to church. I do believe that I'm supposed to be out evangelizing, because I've been through so much. But I asked God if it's in his will for me to do these things, he would let these things come to be. Because the rest of my life, I want to serve him. Being on drugs, being addicted to marijuana was one of the hardest drugs that I was on. One of the hardest drugs that I even said something crazy. Y'all, I'm going to smoke till the day I die. Something stupid to say out your mouth. You know, we don't know no better, because we're in the world and we don't know God. And I was only doing what I see, you know. And for a while, it was okay. I loved the lifestyle and everything, but the day I got jumped, the day I got out the streets, and God set me down by myself, I never wanted to be by myself, y'all. Never wanted to be by myself. I mean, that was the worst feeling ever. Like ever. Did not want to be alone. I felt abandoned again, like that child when my mom put me out, even though I was so rebellious. I'm not saying that I wasn't, you know, sorry y'all, trying to fix this thing. I don't wear makeup no more. That's gonna be another video, but not on this video, y'all. And I know I'm kind of going through a little fast, because I didn't want to be too long. But it's important that we get these kind of videos out to let people know that it's a God out here. But with that being said, like, I mean, I done been dragged through the mud. I mean, like I said, sexually abused. My kids was taken. I went to jail. I lost my house. I almost lost my mind. I was on drugs. You know, never nothing heavy like crack or nothing like that. But still, I tried PCP. I tried, no, it was Saks. That was the first drugs I sold, y'all. I was trying to remember what it was, y'all. Back when I said PCP, it wasn't PCP. It was Saks. They call them Saks, whatever that is. If that's PCP, I don't know. But that was the first thing that I was selling. That was the first drug I sold. But just going through all this stuff, and I had to get my kids back. I had to go to anger management, parenting class. I had to start visiting them on the weekends. They were spending the night and stuff, and after I got jumped and real bad in the street, and I remember, I want to talk a little bit about me getting jumped. I forgave everybody, y'all. Now hold up, y'all. I seen one of the girls the other day, and I hope she do see this video. Her name is Keisha Green, and when I saw her, it was like we both looked at each other. It wasn't no fear, but like, did she just walk in here? And then I was like, just looking, like all that old past just came up because she had me set up. Now, when they say they're hood, that day when she came around, the girl was saying that I was snitching. It was this girl named Tracy that said that I was snitching. It was this big thing. Y'all, I was not snitching. Was not snitching. I was doing a lot of things, but snitching wasn't one of them. But they put that bad bone on. You could get killed like that, but they put that bad bone out on me that I was out there snitching. And I got so angry when I heard that. And so when I heard she was outside, and she was like, hey, y'all, who up in there? Then they was like, Tree, because that's what they called me in the streets, Tree. They was like, Tree and blase, blase, blase. And then she was like something. And I was like, B, we don't want you in here anyway. And she was like, what you say? So when she came up to the door, I let her in. And I shut the door and locked it. And then y'all, remind you, my kids had already been taken from me. I was so angry at what she was doing that it could have got me killed, that I took all my anger out on her. And with my kids being gone, I just went into fighting mode. I blanked out. By the time I got up off of her and her keys was on the floor, I remember her getting up, leaving, and running out. They come back 2-3 days later. But before that, this young lady named Keisha Green came there and was talking to me about what happened. And I told her everything that happened. And she was like, well, you going to be up here late? I'm not knowing that she set me up, but she set me up. And I'm like, yeah, I'm going to be out here. We're going to be up here chilling, whatever. So I'm drinking that night, y'all. I had me some 1738 weed. I'm out there drinking. I'm out there with my friends. And it's this young lady on the porch that's feeling uncomfortable. This girl I used to hang with named Fat Cat. She was one of their friends. So I was making her comfortable. When I see them coming down the street, y'all, they got scarves on, marching, y'all, like they in the Crips or something. I don't know. And I'm not being funny, y'all, like no disrespect to nobody that's in the Crips. But I'm just saying, y'all, like they in a gang, y'all. So they coming down, okay, of course, I'm not going to be scared. I'm walking down there. So I go down there, and the girl Keisha, like, come on. So I come down there. I get to swinging on the girl Tracy, and that's how I know they all jumping me. I get dragged. I get down. I was on 6 and Orleans. I get dragged down the street by this church. And I remember seeing this cross. But at the time, they was like, B, who hood is this? B, who it is? And I'm like, it's your hood. Yes, I had to say that. I mean, I felt very degrading at this point. I ain't had nobody really backing me. I had a best friend. His name was Pooh, but I knew he wanted to help me. I didn't want him beating up on girls, but I wanted him to really pull me out of it. And he did, but I still love him. But I could see him pacing back and forth on the corner. I was allowed to see these things, even though I was still getting jumped. And then all I focused on, y'all, I swear, y'all, I just let go for a minute. I just let go. And then when I let go, I was like, God, please make it stop. I closed my eyes, and in that minute, I heard one of them say, she had enough. After that, when I got up the next day, my friend Pooh was saying that I couldn't stay there and hustle out the house no more where I was hustling at. And, him and his wife took me home because they was talking about, the guys was talking about getting my body. What I heard, I didn't hear them, but what I heard was they was going to throw my body in a river or something. So I guess he felt so bad, Pooh, that he didn't help me. But he did get me, to safety, to my house back out in Southeast, which I'm very grateful for. But I think about that day all the time. Like, that's the best butt whooping I ever got, y'all, because it got me back with my kids. I had to go through a lot of stuff to get my children back. It wasn't easy, but I went through it. Like this video, I know I started earlier and it was hesitant, but now I'm feeling a little more comfortable as I'm talking. And I like to talk too, but I don't want to make this video too long. I wanted to make this video because a lot of people out here have their kids been taken. They don't been on drugs. They don't had the same situation I had. Don't been in domestic violence situations. Don't went to jail. That was all me. I want to be able to be a voice for them women and let you know, like, it's a God out here, y'all. Like, it's a God out here that loves us. His name is Jesus, and he will forgive you. He'll forgive you. Don't worry about what nobody think about you. Worry about what God think about you. And once I knew God really, truly loved me, I don't even want to get teary-eyed, y'all. I'm sorry. I want to continue smiling because I'm nervous. I know I don't babble a lot and probably skipped over a lot, but I'm really trying to do my best. But God saved me. Like, I don't backslide so many times, y'all. But he still shows me mercy. He let me get my kids back, and two of them, they stay with their aunt, Aaliyah and William. But I get to see them on holidays and during the summers, and during the year they moved to North Carolina, but it still don't stop me. God still allow their aunt to still allow for me to see them and care for them. So I'm really happy about that, you know. I just don't want y'all ever to give up. Don't give up, like, on your children. Don't give up on yourself. Don't give up on the Lord. Like, we have the Lord with us. Like, I never wanted a relationship with the Lord as much as I do now. You know, when we always say, I believe in God, believing in God is having a true relationship with him. That means fellowshipping with the Lord. That means reading the Bible, praying, you know, with your family members, and praying in that secret place, you know, and just be trying to be on fire for God, asking God to come in your life and change you. That's what we want, y'all. We all want change. But I know this has been a little long. I just wanted to really come on here to, I didn't even give y'all, I sugarcoated a lot of stuff. And maybe I'll be able to do another part 2 to this, maybe, because it would have been really, really long. I'm already like 17 minutes in. But, first video, no makeup neither, y'all. I'm gonna talk to y'all about that soon. No jewelry. God took that from me too. But I tie my hair a lot too. I love to tie my hair. Look at this tattoo. Something dumb I did. That's another story too. I didn't know how precious our body was, and me tattooing my body. And I'm going through so much right now, but I know God is with me. I wouldn't even been able to do this video today. But I thank you. I know it probably sucked a little bit, but I don't know how the light is or whatever, but I tried to be as much truthful as I could. I don't know. But thank you guys for listening to me. Keep me in prayer. And this is not going to be my only video. This is my first video. And hopefully the next video will be a little better. Thank you. Bye.